dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little like the way you talking. I don't get what you mean. We're not your little like for real. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. When you're dealing with older people, they're the last to know that things have changed. We not your little like the way you talking. I don't get what you mean. We're not your.
A leaked call, a haunting voice, and a Houston legend who ain't letting it slide. When Mase dropped that cryptic audio tied to Takeoff, the internet didn't just react, it froze in shock. Now J.Prince is speaking out, and his response got the whole industry shook. What really went down on that call, and why is everyone suddenly scared to even whisper about it? Nobody saw this coming. Mase had been hinting for weeks on It Is What It Is that he had real proof about Takeoff's death and J.Prince's alleged role afterward. But people thought he was just talking slick for views.
Oh my God. All this shit, don't actually put that.
Then boom, he actually leaked a short clip. It sounded like a private phone call between Prince and Takeoff right before things went left. The moment that audio dropped online, chaos erupted. Twitter, Reddit, TikTok, every corner of the internet lit up with fans trying to figure out if that voice was really J.Prince. But here's the wild part. Mase didn't post it like a messy blogger fishing for clicks. He played it smooth, sitting next to Cameron on his show, cool as ever. He leaned back, smirked, and said, "Sometimes people act like they untouchable, but audio don't lie." Then he pressed play, and that's when everything changed. The recording was muffled, but you could clearly hear someone talking about keeping business quiet and handling things in-house. That one line sent chills down people's spines. The voice, deep, calm, unmistakably like J.Prince's, had fans losing their minds. Some swore it was real, others screamed AI fake, but by then it didn't even matter. The clip spread like wildfire.
You know, Quavo, Takeoff, they was down here with y'all. But they seen you walking by, he's laying on the ground. You got Mike bending down, and they seen you walking by. What took place there?
It's the crazy thing about that video, right? Is
this is a problem, J.Prince, and I'm gonna tell you like this: if you're 60 years old and you're trying to be a street you failed. You failed. I'm telling you this.
Every blog reposting it within minutes, every fan arguing in the comments. And just like that, J.Prince's name was trending worldwide, his reputation hanging in the balance, while Mase sat back like a man who just dropped the bomb of the year. Now you gotta understand, J.Prince ain't the type to let something like that slide. His whole legacy is built on silence, control, and respect. So when a Harlem rapper turned podcaster like Mase decided to throw his name in the middle of a storm, especially one linked to Takeoff, things got real personal, real fast. Industry insiders say that within hours of that clip dropping, J.Prince was already on the phone, furious, tight, calling up people behind the scenes demanding answers. To him, that wasn't just a messy leak, it was a straight-up violation. You don't play with his name, and definitely not with a tragedy that still cuts deep in the hip-hop world. Fans split instantly, half calling Mase reckless, saying he was poking at something sacred, the other half praising him for finally pulling the curtain back on the so-called untouchables. But one thing everyone agreed on: the clip was dangerous. Whether real or fake, it painted a picture that could rattle some serious power players. And the craziest part? Mase knew exactly what he was doing when he hit play. He didn't just leak content, he lit a fuse. Then came J.Prince's response, and it was explosive. Within 24 hours, he dropped a long video message that felt like both a warning and a declaration of war. He didn't say Mase's name, but everybody knew who he was talking to. He started calm, composed, that signature OG tone, but the anger was right there under every breath. "There's a lot of people out here chasing clout with dead men's stories," he said. "That's not journalism. That's disrespect." Then came the line that sent chills across the internet. "When you play with street matters, you don't understand. Sometimes you end up part of the story." Fans lost it. Some said it sounded like a threat. Others claimed it was just J.Prince being his usual cryptic self. But one thing's for sure, After that video, the whole situation got 10 times heavier, and the tension in hip-hop was thick enough to cut with a knife. J.Prince didn't stop there. He doubled down and came swinging harder than ever. He started calling out fake prophets using microphones to push lies, and everybody instantly knew who he meant. That jab was straight for Mase, no question about it. See, Mase used to be a pastor, so when Prince threw that fake prophet line, it hit different. Prince said, "When men use the Lord's name but still gossip for views, that's when you know the game lost its morals." Oof! That one landed heavy. The internet went wild. Fans flooded the comments like, "He's talking straight to Mase." But Mase? He wasn't flinching one bit. The very next night, he went live and snapped back hard. He said, "Ain't nobody gonna scare me. I said what I said. And the truth don't fear no man." The chat blew up instantly. Thousands cheering him on, calling him brave, while others warned him to move smart because this situation was getting too real. Mase claimed it was never about clout, that he only played the clip because the world been lied to for too long. He told viewers he wanted people to hear how real power talks when cameras not around. That line right there sent chills across the internet. But behind all the noise, insiders started whispering something way deeper and way more dangerous. Word was, the audio Mase leaked might have come from a recorded phone line tied to someone close to Takeoff's team. If that's true, then Mase wasn't just stirring drama, he was stepping into legal territory. Rumors spread fast that J.Prince's lawyers were already on it, sending takedown requests left and right, calling the clip edited and defamatory. By that same night, videos started vanishing across platforms like Magic, gone without warning. Everyone could tell pressure was being applied and it was heavy. Even Cameron, who'd been chilling through most of the drama, had to jump in. On air, he tried to cool things down, half joking, half serious, saying, "Look, we not investigators, we entertainers. If it gets too real, we out." You could tell he was trying to keep things from exploding, but Mase wasn't backing off. He looked dead into the camera, cool as ice, like a man who already decided he was going to see this through no matter what came next. Mase fired back again, standing tall and unshaken. He said, "You can delete the clip, but you can't delete the truth." That line hit like a punch to the gut. It was defiance, pure and simple. But J.Prince, he wasn't about to let that slide. When he responded, he did it in the cold, calm way only a true OG could. No yelling, no profanity, just quiet authority that made the message even scarier. He looked straight into the camera and said, "The problem with some of these new age preachers turned podcasters is they confuse faith with foolishness. Some things you keep sacred, some names you keep out your mouth. The delivery was smooth, controlled, but every word cut like a blade. Fans said it felt like a warning wrapped in wisdom, an ice-cold message only the real ones could decode." And that's when things started shifting fast. People close to J.Prince began posting cryptic messages. "Don't poke the bear. Respect the dead. Houston don't play about family." It looked coordinated, like the city itself was standing behind its boss. The energy got tense, real tense. Even rappers who'd been silent started quietly backing away from the drama. One insider said, "Mase brave, but he better remember, J.Prince is a legend in more ways than one." That line alone had social media buzzing with nervous energy. The unease spread through the industry like wildfire. No one wanted to see it turn from words to something real. But Mase wasn't backing down. He went back on his show, calm but firm, saying he never meant any disrespect, that he was just tired of people using power to hide corruption. He insisted the clip wasn't about hate. It was about truth and clarity. Still, that didn't stop the backlash. Some fans accused him of exploiting Takeoff's tragedy for clout, while others called him the only one with the courage to speak when everyone else stayed quiet. Either way, the line had been drawn, and now the entire hip-hop world was watching, waiting to see who'd blink first. Cameron had to jump in again during a live broadcast, trying to cool things down before it all exploded. He said, "We not trying to go to war with nobody. Mase just passionate about what he believes." But instead of calming fans, that only made everyone more nervous. Because if Cameron, the ultimate cool head, is stepping in to defend Mase like that, you know it's getting real behind the scenes. Word started spreading fast that people close to Mase were begging him to chill out, warning that this could spiral into something that couldn't be fixed. Because let's be honest, J.Prince ain't the kind of man you want mad at you. His power in the industry runs deep, and when his name's involved, folks move careful. But that's when things took a darker twist. Rumors started flying that the recording Mase played wasn't the full version. Some fans claimed he was holding onto a longer clip, one that could allegedly expose even more. Others said he was keeping it as insurance, while a few thought he was bluffing just to keep the heat alive. Either way, it made the situation way messier. Suddenly, the internet turned into a full-blown investigation board. Fans analyzing every J.Prince post, every quote, every silent move like detectives piecing together clues. And the craziest part? J.Prince didn't even have to say much. His silence alone had people on edge. When Jay goes quiet, that's when you know things are serious. He doesn't always strike loud. Sometimes it's that calm before the storm that makes everyone nervous. Now, this ain't just internet drama anymore. It feels like a standoff. Mase versus J.Prince has officially become one of the most talked about stories online. Nobody knows how it's gonna end, but the tension's thick. Jay hasn't made another public statement yet, but insiders say he's watching Mase closely, keeping tabs on every move, and that's got the whole game holding its breath, waiting to see who moves first. Because in this kind of chess match, one wrong step can change everything. Mase just won't stop talking. He's still out here hinting that more truth is on the way, keeping fans on edge. He told his audience, "The truth always makes people mad before it sets them free." That line alone said it all. He's not backing down for anybody. But what Mase might not realize is just how deep this whole situation really runs. Takeoff's passing wasn't just a headline. It was heartbreak, a wound that still cuts deep through hip-hop. Fans, artists, everybody still feel that loss, so even bringing up his name in connection to private conversations hits a sensitive nerve. Even some of Mase's biggest supporters admitted he might have crossed a line. Yeah, you can speak truth, but some truths come with heavy consequences. What makes this whole thing even crazier is how clearly it shows that the game has changed. Back in the day, nobody would have dared to call out someone like J.Prince in public, especially not with receipts. But now, we're in the era of podcasts, live streams, and viral clips. Everybody's got a mic, everybody's got a platform, and one upload can shake the whole culture overnight. And that's exactly what Mase did. With one clip, he turned the industry upside down. But the question now, can he handle the storm he unleashed? Insiders say there's tension, real tension, between both camps. But also whispers that quiet talks are happening behind the scenes. People trying to squash the drama before it spins out of control. Still, it might be too late for that. The damage is done. The internet's got receipts, the blogs got headlines, and the streets got opinions that won't disappear. There's no putting that genie back in the bottle. But underneath all the mess, there's something deeper going on here. This isn't just a beef. It's a clash between truth and tradition, fear and freedom. Mase stands for this new era where people speak raw, unfiltered, and unapologetic, no matter who it shakes or offends. And whether you love him or hate him, one thing's for sure. He's forcing the whole industry to face a conversation it's been avoiding for way too long. J.Prince stands for the old guard: respect, loyalty, and silence. That's the code he's lived by for decades, and nobody questions it. Mase, on the other hand, represents this bold new wave. Raw voices, open mics, and no fear of calling out the powerful. Both sides got a point. But here's the thing, they can't both win this fight. That's why the whole hip-hop world is glued to the screen right now. Because if Mase really got more recordings and decides to drop them, oh, it's gonna blow the roof off the internet. We're talking full-blown chaos, headlines everywhere, and names getting dragged. But if he stays quiet, maybe the whole thing fades out like most viral storms do. Either way, the tension's electric. Everybody's watching and waiting for the next move. What this situation exposed is one raw truth about the game. Silence is power, but speaking up, that's how you make history. And right now, Mase is putting everything on the line to speak his truth, no matter the cost. Meanwhile, J.Prince is reminding him exactly what happens when you poke a sleeping giant. The world's watching, the streets are whispering, and this story, oh, it's far from over. So tell me, whose side you on? Is Mase a truth teller or a troublemaker? Drop your take in the comments, and don't forget, hit that like, share it with your crew, and subscribe.